The truth about NoFap relapse. I'm going to talk about the truth about NoFap relapse is inevitable. A lot of people think that once you relapse, it's all over and you might as well just give up. But that's not true at all. There are a lot of ways that you can recover from a relapse and get back on track to success. So if you're feeling down because you think you've messed everything up, stick around and I'll show you what to do. You are going to relapse. Yes, if you practice sperm retention, you will eventually relapse unless you're going for celibacy, which means abstaining from intercourse, kissing, cuddling, and having women. It's almost as if you're going to relapse at some point. Let us now discuss it. The practice of semen retention is the ultimate practice of self-control. Not unless you're someone who's going for celibacy, like he's looking to hold on to your seat for the rest of your life. Eventually, you'll relapse because most men want partners to want kids, so you will release your seed at some point. Still, the question is whether you will do it consciously or unconsciously. Do you understand? Being productive has several benefits that can improve your life in several different ways. First, when you are productive, you can get more things done. This means that you can accomplish more of your goals and feel a sense of satisfaction and achievement. Being productive can also help you feel happier and less stressed. This is because when you have a lot on your plate, it can easily feel overwhelming. However, if you take a proactive approach and focus on being productive, you can conquer your to-do list and feel good about yourself. Finally, being productive can also lead to success in other areas of your life. When you develop a reputation for being a go-getter, people will be more likely to want to work with you and collaborate with you. Most importantly, you will avoid any temptations or triggers when you do other things that are beneficial for your life. When you are not productive, you obviously have a lot of free time to do different kinds of things, including fapping. That's what it comes down to in the end, because the whole point seems to be self-control. However, there is still a goal to achieve. I ask if you want to be with someone or start a family. So, on this journey, relapse is okay because it's not about being perfect and holding your seat for the rest of your life. It's all about self-control, so if you're someone who used to blow your heart twice a day, or even 3 times a day, believe it or not, and then you reduce it to once a week, once every 2 weeks, or whatever you do once a month, I want you to know that it is already progress. And you are still on the journey of sperm retention because you have now. You're learning to control your sexual energy and master yourself in this area. You would probably ask me why it is important. I will not stress this out enough for you. Self-control is important. A man who can control himself is more likely to be successful in his career. He's the kind of man who can handle stress and pressure, who isn't afraid to take risks, and who knows how to keep his emotions in check. He's the kind of man who other men respect and look up to. It's an essential quality for any man who wants to be successful in life. Many people, get pissed off and do something for a week and then let go. It seems like every day there's a new story about someone getting angry or triggered over something that shouldn't be a big deal. Whether it's an argument on social media, a political disagreement, or even a fight at work, it seems like people are losing their temper more easily than ever before. Then what they do is fap to relieve that anger or stress. They'll do 2 weeks, 30 days, or 60 days, and then they feel like it's a waste. However, relapse is not a waste because it acts as a practice for self-control. You also need to make sure that you're not just doing it for the excuse of normalizing relapse. It is still a choice, so make sure to be wise about it. It still reflects your attitude and how you deal with self-control. Maybe you're still on the theme of being conscious of your release that you feel so strongly on this journey of sperm retention. I'm here to tell you that you will be left at some point, but that's fine. It's all part of the procedure. That's fine as long as you're not doing anything and get back to where you were. You want to get better and control yourself, but that takes time. When it comes to NoFap, the effort is required. Some people try to go cold turkey, but that's usually not effective in the long term. What works better is to set up a system of accountability for yourself, whether joining a support group or having a friend check in on you regularly. It would help if you also were honest with yourself about your triggers and what situations are likely to lead you to relapse. If you can identify your weaknesses, you can develop a plan for how to avoid them. Some people think that once they stop with a streak, then it's over. It's not over yet. Others who fail and then go back are rare people. They are in the minority. More people go, fail, come back, but the thought that you're even participating in this practice and trying to control yourself and your sexual urges is something that you should even be proud of. Don't be like this. Now because it appears that most men do not even try, most of them never sit for more than a week in their lives, so some don't even try. Some people have a few days and others have 40 hours, but they haven't even started. You understand, so it's as if the journey itself is a blessing, and now, obviously, as I said. Everything has its ups and downs, but it's all part of it, man. You're slipping up. Just get back. I'm hoping you're still on the grind and I'm still on the effort. It's like a boxer in a boxing ring, and let's say you get hit and it drops and you're like, okay, relaxed, I dropped and I'm going to get back up and I'm still swinging. You'll get back up even if you fall again because you're hanging. That's how you have to view sperm retention. You want to push forward after learning from your relapses, but only as far as you are still walking the path. If you're still on the journey, that's the most important thing you need to understand. Even if you participate in this practice, you seem to be doing well. I'm here to tell you that you're doing well and that the relapse is fine. You understand that you must catch your back and go again. You're already ahead of the pack. The average man doesn't even look at sperm retention as a joke, they look at sperm retention as if it's not real. So you're already trying to do something impossible. So you're already one step ahead of the competition. Ahead of the pack, and that you understand me. So it's similar to the journey of sperm retention. It would help if you kept in mind that this is an ongoing battle. It's a constant battle. Because you're on day 90 or a year in, don't think, oh yeah, that's it now. I'm the master at that. It only takes one time. However, it only takes one slipper to return to day 1. Do you know what I mean when I say one slip up? As a result, you must recall some ongoing conflicts. Beware of the triggers that might make you want to slip up. So, get back up if you're lousy. It is essential to know them, and if you find yourself being triggered, you can write them down or something, so you will avoid them in the future. But please don't get too comfortable, don't think you've mastered the game or that you'll never be able to do it again. It can happen to anyone. You understand, but what do you do when it happens, especially if you are relapsing? When you realize that you need to stay productive, the vlogs won't be as deep as they need to be. Because if you know you're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, playing video games, and thinking about all the days you've done, you're back at day 1. You've been defeated. That's when you're in pain, but if you read, laugh, and say, I don't care. If I relapse while still going to the gym and being productive, I will still put in the effort. If you're in that frame of mind, I realize it's easy to work. So it's almost as if it's all about your reaction to the relapse if you get what I mean. Keep that in mind, man. Keep in mind that this is an ongoing process. That is why I do not recommend counting the days on day 1 or week 1. If you're practicing something for the rest of your life, why do you need to keep track of the days? Why do you need to count the days you're doing a life practice? This should be a lifestyle, do you understand me? Semen retention is a way of life. It is a way of life. It's not as simple as saying, okay, get to FAP days or PMO. I'm already on 1 year, because that's for people looking for short-term gratification or short-term goals. Make sure to incorporate it into your daily life. You know when you're going to do something for the rest of your life, like going to the gym? I've done 10 gym sessions this month. Why are you keeping track of the days? It doesn't matter how many times I went to the gym this week or in a day. I'm doing this for the rest of my life, so don't get too caught up in the days. And then I got distracted by these like external things, and this is all about you and essentially improving yourself, increasing your sexual desire. That's all there is to it. You know you're in the game. I'm telling you, you're pushing, you're going up, you feel me? It would help if you also made an effort to remain productive. Productivity is essential, if you are not productive, relapse is imminent. There will be knocking on your door boom boom, and I'm telling you, if you don't stay productive and use your time and energy wisely, relapse will be knocking on your door boom boom. I'm telling you, the relapse is just around the corner, waiting for you to slip and then overpowering you. Finally, remember that relapses are part of the process and don't beat yourself up too much if you have one. The important thing is to get back on track as soon as possible and keep moving forward. With effort and perseverance, you can achieve your goals. If you're curious about these tops, then check out the rest of my videos about NoFap Relapse to know more.